We did it. And we didn't have to kill our tailor. I wonder if we can go back and talk to him. Maybe. Back at camp. Right, and he specifically wants Mael to give it to him. For some reason. Because he can see that she's the real protagonist. Calling the actor is going to be called Mael, by the way. Like, clearly. Huh? That girl isn't around, is she?
Is it you again? Why?
What?
Well,
What did you see this time? I don't know. Oh, a woman. It was... Why do I keep seeing things? Who are you?
Hopefully, I haven't misplaced our trust in this guy. Okay. Ooh, it's for Mael. Looks pretty cool. But the medallion is pretty good. It's gotta be really good to beat that. Looks pretty good though, so. Barrier breaker acquired. You can now face the Paintress at the monolith. Can we now? New weapon, barrier breaker. I mean, I know we're kind of in love with the medallion, but it's level 15. So like medallion, 1200 power. You're doing almost 1200. You steal shields. Wait, hold up. You steal shields removed by hitting enemies and switch to virtuoso stance on breaking any shield? That's insane. That's crazy. And you scale based on defense and agility, which is the same as the medallion. Like, and we could try that at least. Obviously, we're not going to start in virtuoso stance, but you know what? Maybe we don't need to. Maybe we do so much damage anyway. Like that isn't that much of a factor. Because let's think about it. Against the small enemies, we're one hit killing them anyway. Against the big enemies, we want to have more sustain. So just starting in virtuoso stance is a much smaller part of the fight, relatively speaking. Not to mention, we can upgrade our weapons. And all of a sudden, now you're looking at... and to start with, we will make the medallion level 19, because we can. But, barrier breaker, because I could see us using that. Because a lot of these bosses have a lot of shield. And then we end up having to use the, break the rules. Like, that happens a lot. Like, Mael is going to have tons of shields, always being virtuoso stance against the right enemies, that is. Anyway.
you're finally here.
We are.
You ready?
Yeah.
We'll spend some time, yeah.
I'm bored. Let's play cards or throw some dice.
Nuh-uh. You always cheat.
No, I always win. Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
The other Jestrels never want to play with you either. Are they all weak?
Poor losers. Fine. How about a duel? We haven't had a proper duel in ages. Yes, a duel will be even more fun. Get our blood flowing.
Get ready to lose.
All right. Get ready to lose.
Oh, it's an actual fight. I have no idea which of these two is stronger right now. Probably Versa? Oh. Why did I equip you with such a nasty skill? We'll just start by marking you. How about that?
Not impressed.
Ready to strike.
Let's wait till we can apply Endbringer. So in that case, let's just heal. What? I keep forgetting. Verso can't heal. Alright, do we still have that skill? We just need to get that off. Okay, Endbringer time. Okay, alright.
Just try it.
Alright. A normal attack should do it. That was a close one, Minoko.
Aha! You, sir, have been defeated.
You got lucky.
What was it you said? Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
You're right. Or I guess I'm right, since I said that. You have grown more formidable than I remembered. Your skills are strong. I respect your win.
And I respect your loss. You were right, old friend. That was fun. Come on, let's go get a drink. I'm parched.
Minoko and Verso are thrilled to have fought each other once more. It's their own special way of displaying affection for each other. This duel reminded Minoko of some skills he had forgotten. Ooh, a new gradient attack. Sanctuary. They share a few drinks with Minoko, or which Minoko can't drink because of his mask, then head back to the others. Suck to mail, like, and with the sword and stuff. Like, you're probably going through
Still
it right
thinking
now.
about what you saw.
I wish Gustav was here.
Well, I mean, I'm no Gustav, but I can try. Verso notices Mal looking sad and approaches her carefully.
You okay?
Yeah,
What's wrong?
nothing. Just thinking about Gustav. And Lucien. And everyone. Every time I think I've managed to contain it, a wave comes out of nowhere and drags me away.
I know.
How do you do it? After all these years?
They say time heals all wounds.
Does it?
But I guess death heals all wounds too.
Now's the time.
Bad joke. Sorry. Death is not necessarily final.
What does that mean?
Gustav lives on in other ways, right? Through your memories, through his influence on your life and everyone else's, through the Lumina converter and his research.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not very comforting when I'm missing him.
Try talking to him. I'm serious. It helps. Or at least, it helps me. I imagine what they would say. How they would react to things. It helps me keep them alive in my mind.
I'll try that.
Mel is skeptical about Verso's advice. She's not in the mood to talk, but also does not wish to be alone. Verso understands. He sits with her in silence. Mel appreciates the silence they share. They then head back to the others. Ischia, you know, come to think of it, you're built kind of similarly to, that, Siren. Are you an accent as well? Just like a friendly one?
Me too.
Did you know Sorry was my first rock?
Really?
Sorry, I assume that's one that lets him fly.
Francois was super jealous, but he got one from Clair instead.
Wait. Francois has his own set of rocks. Why does he keep stealing yours then?
Because we're buddies. Francois is so fun.
Luna.
I can't believe we're this close.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ciel was right about you.
Oh. Actually, I should thank you. I wouldn't have got this far on my own.
Tomorrow comes.
I'll spend some time. Yes, let's go. Verso approaches Luna, who's working on the Expedition 33 journal.
Working on the 33's journal.
Hope that won't be necessary.
You planning to die anytime soon?
Well, you never know what tomorrow brings. Not to you, but to us.
Do you always take such copious notes?
Since I was 4.
Really? 4?
That's what happens when you have obsessive researchers for parents.
Still, 4 is young.
Not anymore. Not when you only live to 32. Everyone in Lumiere starts their apprenticeship at 6, and I was apprenticed to my parents, so they started me early.
Guess that's nice. They got to spend more time with you.
I guess that's nice. They got to spend more time with you.
They needed a research assistant who never went home. The obvious solution? Birth your own.
I'm sure it wasn't that cynical.
Look at you, getting me to talk about myself.
See, that's how you ask questions.
See? That's how you ask questions. My parents were both artists. Widely respected, very prominent artists. So, there was a great deal of pressure to follow in their path.
Wait, Renoir was an artist. Huh.
You're an artist, then?
Not the kind they wanted me to be.
Meaning?
Music is my passion.
Huh. Mine too.
What do you play?
Guitar. You?
Piano, mostly. But a little guitar as well. You know how to summon an instrument from Pictos, right? Of course you do.
Great, let's start a band. Maybe we could play together sometime.
Maybe we could play together sometime.
Maybe we can.
Verso and Luna have found a common passion. Luna is intrigued by this facet of Verso, and Verso is excited to play music with a fellow music lover. They spend some time discussing their favorite songs and how they learned music. The discussion is passionate and lasts for several hours. Neither notices the time passing. Oh, that's nice. Some common interests, that's always good.
You seem preoccupied.
It's nothing. Just nerves. It's been a long road to get here.
Extra long for you, I imagine.
You, on the other hand, seem quite relaxed.
Do I?
You're not nervous?
Of course I am, but we will do everything in our power. And either it will be enough, or it won't.
Yeah, we'll spend some time with Ciel.
You used to be a farmer. Is that why you use a scythe?
I guess, yeah. Once a farmer, always a farmer.
Is a double-headed scythe very useful on a farm, though?
Double the efficiency. You should see how quickly I can harvest crops.
I'll bet. I used to love the gardens of Lumiere. It must look quite different now.
Probably a lot more variety than back then. The Outdome teams brought back loads of new plants from the surrounding islands. That's actually how I met Pierre. I asked his team for honey petal samples. He brought me a bouquet of them, and 15 boxes of plant cuttings.
Smart man. If you want to romance a farmer, live plants are probably better than dead flowers.
Dead flowers are nice too.
You don't talk about your husband much. Sorry.
It's okay. It's just... it still hurts that he's gone.
Yeah, in this world, I want to avoid age gap as much as possible. Same year. We got it together.
Neither of us were perfect, but we were perfect for each other.
What happened to him? You don't have to talk about it.
He died in an accident on one of the islands near Lumiere. His body washed away.
Oh, so it wasn't even Gamage. That's rough.
I'm... sorry.
I was prepared for his gommage, but not for him to die in an accident. We were supposed to have 5 more years together. It's okay. I've learned to be grateful for the time we did have, instead of angry at the time we lost.
That's a good way to look at it. You were lucky to have found each other. Not everyone has that.
Yeah, I am. Very lucky.
Well, I can't compete with that.
You're competing in a different event.
That's a nice way to say fling. Is there a future where I might, compete in the same event?
Let's just focus on today. And by today, I mean tonight.
Feel used by it, I like it, or that might not be a good idea. I don't know if I can keep my feelings casual. Yeah, sure.
I feel used, but I like it.
I mean, we're all probably about to die to the Paintress in like a day or two anyway, so... Sound versus bond grows even deeper. Ciel and Verso find a nice spot away from the group. They spent an unusually long time together. They return to camp. Lune is upset that Verso skipped sentry duty. Ciel is unable to save Verso from Lune's displeasure. Fair. Okay. Oh man, we could have been listening to music this whole time. What do we have? What? No, it's Rob de jour. Okay. Attributes. Eventually, this crit rate will be okay. Oh, is this song? This song from the place we were just at. Okay. I mean, some amount of agility would probably be useful. don't think we're necessarily on skills right now. Okay. To the fire. Gotta write in the journal, of course. Mel finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing in Gustave's journal to honor his memory. She writes about how they can now enter the monolith, and they should finally understand everything. She hopes Gustave's apprentices will read this journal someday. Mel heads back. Alright. New day dawns.
We've done it.
We're really going to face the Paintress.
And finally break this cycle.
If we win.
That being said, someone here has been hiding a terrible secret from us.
What are you talking about?
You thought we'd never find out, didn't you?
What?
Nobody ever wondered what Esquier was made of, did they?
What do you mean?
Esquier and I had a chat.
I'm sorry, Versal. She promised me sweet
What?
rocks.
Is that wine?
Huh?
I stored my personal stash inside it. All excellent vintages. I don't normally share, but I suppose tonight deserves an exception.
Mon ami.
Hopefully
I
it's all...
told you to stop drinking alone.
I did not expect this.
To your great generosity.
I don't know how you can like this.
It comes with age.
Do you have apple juice?
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Man, even in this environment, Mel is... She's too good. She's not going to engage in underage drinking. She's a good girl. Hey, Alicia. Oh, a letter. You don't need a mask.
My beautiful sister doesn't need this ugly mask.
Oh.
You embrace her, yet you're condemning her to die.
You brought him here.
I'm not here to fight. But my son, do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other. Who really is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? We exist and we will exist for as long as she wants. You want to spoil what we've been given. Sometimes we paint the bars of our own prison. Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
May everything be decided before their very eye, between the bars of their prison, in the shadow of the monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith.
I don't know, I mean, like, seems like dying at like 30 doesn't really seem ideal. Like, I understand that there's probably more to what's going on than just the simplistic take we had at the beginning.
I drank too much last night.
But
I
simultaneously,
can't remember a thing.
You clean me out, mes amis.
You bunch of drunks.
now it's a good thing Mael is like our go-to like competent person because she is the only one who's sober right now. See, I knew we opted to go solo Mael build for a reason, and this is why. Can't trust the adults to be responsible. You need to trust the teenager, apparently. Why am I here again? Well, I wanted to see... Hopefully there's a flag nearby. I think we can... Because I want to see if we go back to the tailor dude. Is he just, like, hanging out there? Just chilling? Can we fight him? Can we just, like... Can we talk to him? Like, he didn't seem inherently hostile. Like, could he maybe give us some cool fabrics? Maybe? Perhaps. It feels so empty in here without her. It's a shame. Right, I mean... that such beauty had to be destroyed for the sake of our mission, but... such is life. Beauty is often deceptive, though, so... can't feel that bad. Okay, beauty is not a moral judgment, it's an aesthetic one. It's fast travel. Probably the dancing arena? Okay, so how far along is this? Okay, that's right before her. Maybe we should have gone Crumbling Path then. Like, the issue is I don't recall there being a particularly close flag to the tailor. He's got it almost like halfway between these two flags, as I recall. But this is definitely close because that's where the snake was. Okay. The snake was not far after the tailor. We're gonna maybe need to do some fighting first, but... or we can just run by. I mean, it's free XP though. Oh. Oh, we are starting in Virtuoso stance. Huh.
Ready to parry. Okay. Ready to go. That's better. On guard.
Really? You're still alive?
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Okay. Why did we feel so much weaker there? I guess we did change weapons, but still. I didn't realize this Virtuoso stance starting in... Well, I guess against normal enemies. Because it gets all... Especially these guys, starting Virtuoso stance makes all those initial shots have double damage. Okay, there's our guy. Do you realize she's dead? Everyone does not seem hostile. So is Taurus engrossed in its work? Attack anyway? No, okay. I was hoping maybe we could, like, talk to him or something now that his master is no longer with us, but, guess not. Is there an easy way out of this place? Guess we'll have to warp back to the dance class. I mean, if this weapon proves to be significantly weaker than the medallion, we can always swap, right? Like, we've got both of them, so it's not that big a deal. What I think might end up being the case, and who knows, we might end up switching. I think medallion is probably stronger against normal enemies, but then maybe the barrier breaker is better against bosses. Like, that might be how this ends up shaking out in the end, I think. To the consonants. For now, that probably makes sense to have the barrier breaker equipped since we are, you know, gonna break a barrier.
Let us get wet.
And these sounds were really cool. And this whole game is pretty cool, but... There she is.
As the swimmer.
We can finally reach the Paintress.
Let's make sure we're well prepared beforehand. We still have a little bit of time.
Here we go. Elle versus the Paintress. It's all led up to this. Thought it was Mael's sword.
Mael. You should do the honors.
Here we go. This might work. Hopefully. See, one of the advantages of playing this game, like, you know, when it initially comes out instead of years later, is, I don't know if this gets a sequel, and if it does get a sequel, I don't know if it's called Expedition 32. Whoa, someone else got here? Oh.
Avril, 40th Expedition. Gigi and Edmund were leading. They were on a clean glide to the monolith when they flew into some sort of barrier and just gommaged away. Our gliders are useless without a way past the barrier. Bernard's going to explore on foot, see if there's an entrance. But in the meantime, we might as well make ourselves at home. I guess I'll try my hand at fishing. Assuming those sea Nevrons left any fish for us to eat. Rest in peace, Gigi and Edmund.
So I guess beyond this point, probably no other expeditions have made it this far. Hey, humans care for a good deal? Sure. Pure for Versa. Double braid for Luna. Yeah, sure. Do we want to actually swap Versa's outfits? Maybe. I don't know, I feel like he's more of a black kind of guy. Alright, crew.
Time for swim.
Like this, by the looks of things, I mean, this looks like it's probably gonna be straight into the boss.